Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable judges, respect for the audience from all over the world. First of all, I'd like to thank Allah, the Almighty God. It is because of Him we were all able to stay healthy through the entire days. Second of all, may salawat and salam always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who had brought us from the darkness to this modern era that we live in today. And last but not least, I'm so grateful for giving me this very special opportunity to compete in this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tita Dyanita Rahmawati from Unggulan Singa Putih Islamic Junior High School. Now, before I let to start, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you still remember there was unusual phenomena happened all over the world in 2020? Some restaurants are only serving to order. Either some shopping center or some worship places suddenly are very quiet. Moreover, one of the most crowded places on earth usually comes by Muslims and the entire can be visited. Even the Prince of Arabic can be there. Kaaba is very quiet. No one to show off. Only certain janitors are allowed to be there, for they have to keep clean and tidy for the entire area of Kaaba. This phenomena happened because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Several photos of the janitors cleaning the entire area of Kaaba were spread. They clean up and purify the entire area all the time. I believe they haven't get some of kind of attention before those photos were spread. I believe some people think there's nothing special about some janitors allowed to enter Kaaba during the pandemic. Instead, they were confused and it doesn't make sense at all. First, they are not concerning about the role of the janitors. Some of them may thought that the janitors are just nobody. Second, in their imagination, Kaaba is not gonna be quiet, even in just a second. Well, affirm from that moment, there's no such thing possible in this world. It recalls me with the remarkable story of a young girl named Greta Thunberg. She is a Swedish, also well known as an environmental activist who to address the problem of climate change. What she has been done is really inspired hundreds of thousands of students in the entire world to participate in her movement. And the most importantly, it also encouraged young generation to speak up. As the young generation, we will speak up if there are some irresponsible leaders steals our dream and our childhood with their empty words. If you might wonder, what should I do to advance our life standard in Indonesia? I must on truthfulness in any circumstances. When I was a child, my parents taught me to be honest girl everywhere. They said, whoever person might ask you a question, just tell them the truth. Some people say that it's very easy to pronounce it, but it's very difficult to apply it. Being honest is telling someone the truth. Being honest is showing truthfulness and goodness to everyone. Being honest is unavoidable. I believe everyone says that a little must on honesty, but why does it feel like some of them are hiding the truth? Money launderers are done by some irresponsible CEO. Robbery cases are still exist. Financial statement fraud are still happening every year. Even some ministers that we're supposed to trust and count on are using their power to corrupt. I was afraid that now we live in the world that lack of honest leader. I know that I'm just a little girl who's still on 7th grade. Even I'm still dropping my tears sometimes. But I'm tired of this honest leader. I realize I can't change the situation overnight. But as a young generation, those horrible things must end. There's a simple habit we can do. It can start by being sincere, admitting when you're wrong, choosing not to cheat in the exam, always telling the truth by being an honest person. Those simple habits can make the world better bit by bit. Those simple habits start with heart. It starts with me, and most importantly, it starts with you. All of us, one by one. I believe we can make a difference. Now, before closing this speech, I'd like to quote one of my favorite lines from Miss Thunberg. No one is too small to make a difference. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.